It's time for Game 2 of the NIHL Game of the Week doubleheader here on Sunday. Game 2 sees us at the Crystal Ice House in Crystal Lake, Illinois for a 12U matchup between the Winnetka Warriors and Firewagon. Good afternoon, everybody. It is afternoon at this point. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. My name is Aaron Shellen. My partner, the man behind me, the man running the camera, is Eric Willowite, and this is Game 2 of the NIHL Game of the Week, powered by Stream Sports Midwest. Pee-wee 12U action, Winnetka and Firewagon. Let's take a look and see where these two teams line up in the standings as we're working through the regular season. Right now, these two teams sit in second and third place, with Firewagon in the 2-hole, Winnetka in the third spot. Firewagon 6-1-1 on the season. A high-powered offense, 39 goals leads their division. Only 19 goals allowed. That's a difference of plus 20 in just 8 games. On the other side, Winnetka playing their 12th game already. They're 5-5-1 this year, good for 11 points and third place in the Gold Tier 1 division. 34-33 goals differential, so plus 1 there. These two teams have played once before, back on the 20th up in Winnetka. That was a 5-3 Firewagon victory. Last time out for these two teams was for the Firewagon. Their first loss of the season came yesterday right here on the other rink, over on the West rink. That was a 3-2 loss to the Stallions, while Winnetka's last time out was the 16th. That was a 3-0 victory at home over the Vipers. So a Firewagon win today will tie them with Winter Club for first place in the Gold Tier 1 division, while a Winnetka win would tie them with Firewagon for second place. So a lot riding on this matchup here this afternoon. The Northern Illinois Hockey League is the largest youth hockey league in Illinois and one of the largest in the country. It is made up of over 50 travel hockey organizations. Almost all the clubs are from Illinois, with a few from Indiana, Iowa, Missouri, and Wisconsin. This is the 53rd season of play in the Northern Illinois Hockey League. The NIHL member organizations field Tier 2 travel teams that compete in the Squirt, Pee-wee, Bantam, and Midget age groups defined by USA Hockey. The league also offers all girls hockey divisions each season. NIHL will partner with the Chicago Blackhawks to hold the league's NIHL Blackhawks tournament at the conclusion of this season. For more information about NIHL and its programs, please contact Bob After, the NIHL president, or visit the website at nihil.info. And Eric, we're about 15 seconds away from puck drop. So game 1, we saw a pretty decisive victory in a 10U matchup over in Barrington. The Northwest Chargers put up 4 goals in the first 6 minutes of the first period there to defeat the Chicago Hawks. Game 2, Winnetka and Firewagon here from Crystal Lake.
Yeah, looking forward to see this game. As you said, a lot riding on it for both teams in terms of standings. Still a long way to go in the regular season, but when you got a game against someone who's that close to you in the regular season standings, you definitely want to take advantage of it, and let's see what both teams can do here.
And we are right in the middle of the stands here, seated with I believe it's the Winnetka fans right behind us. So we'll see if they're a rowdy bunch or not. And we'll get you our starting goaltenders as soon as we have them. There's only one on the roster for the Yellow Jackets. That looks like it's going to be number 70, Ruby Frederick.
That is correct.
To our right, still waiting on the goaltender to the left. They got a couple of options. Looks like number 30, I believe.
Dylan Gross.
Dylan Gross will get the start in net for Winnetka. Eamon Hart, the other starter, or the other goaltender on the roster. I don't see him, their goalie on the bench, though. So, and it looks like a really short Winnetka bench. When you look at the size of the roster, they only have 7 skaters on. Both teams only with 7 skaters on their bench. So a little bit shorter roster, I think, than what we're seeing here in front of us. But we are underway, and that's Miles Richter. Has the puck knocked away from him, taking it the other direction. Reed Mitchell into the offensive zone. Hands it off to Austin Gertz. Gertz with the shot, and it sneaks through Dylan Gross. So 15 seconds in, and Austin Gertz gives Firewagon a 1-0 lead.
Well, as soon as they got that possession along the far boards, able to go in and slip that puck past Dylan Gross. 1-0 lead early here for the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah,
of Crystal Lake.
That did not take long at all. Just got the puck. Reed Mitchell got the puck across the blue line, found Austin Gertz. Gertz with a shot low of that right faceoff dot, and he beat Dylan Gross early. Down in the offensive zone now Winnetka up along the far half boards. They have the puck in the corner. Centering feed tipped away, and there's Matthew Kolbus up off the boards, up and not out. Does work its way into center ice. Kolbus mishandles it. He's hit from behind. Winnetka has it. Misplays the puck at the blue line out into center ice. Now here come Firewagon again. That was Kolbus. Knocked away from him in the neutral zone, and Winnetka now backhands it forward. That was Burke Harris dumping it in deep. Taking it right back the other direction, though. That's Colton Bender across the blue line. Bender tries to skate through traffic. He can't. He collides with a Winnetka defender down in front of the goal, and the Warriors are able to get the puck up and out, and I believe that will be whistled down for an icing. It will. 10:45 left to go in the first period. Firewagon Yellow Jackets of Crystal Lake with an early 1-0 lead.
Right. Colton Bender there, really quick up the ice there, but just unable to maintain possession through the circles.
Yeah, it's hard to skate through 5 defenders. I guess that's the point, though, right? If it was easy, everybody would do it. Right. That's what they say.
Unless you're Connor McDavid.
Right. Here comes Winnetka the other direction. Stopping at the blue line is William Carlson. Pass forward onto the stick of Andrew Gurian, and he whiffs a little bit on the shot. And Yellow Jackets come out the other direction. That's Michael Sajak. Sajak walks in, shot, tries to pick top corner, whistles it wide. Battle right in front of the Warriors bench, kept in by the Yellow Jackets. And here comes Winnetka down the far side, across the blue line with it. Down deep. I think it's Gurian down there again. Falls down in the corner. Winnetka centering feed, nobody there. Back to the point, knocked into the corner. Centering feed, wide open net, and Frederick is able to dive. No, does not. Looked like Frederick was going to get that puck, but ended up sneaking through and into the back of the net. The Warriors get this thing tied. Trying to get a number there. I think it's 57. That looks like Emerson Singer was there to pick up the loose change, as you like to say, Eric, and tuck that thing home and get the score tied.
You know, and sometimes you get the quick whistle in the net, but not that time, as the referees were still able to see that the puck was active, and Singer able to tie this one up.
Yeah, Ruby Frederick, it looked like Frederick had that puck, but it squirted out, and Winnetka pounced and got this thing tied. Owen Farner back on it. Stops, comes back the other way, loses it. Winnetka again in the corner now, back to the point, just eludes Andrew Lobbs. Jack Lucen will play it now in his own zone. Up out to center ice. Winnetka tries to clear it in. The puck's sitting right at the blue line in front of the Yellow Jackets bench. Flipped forward, turned around, fired back in. Winnetka, puck comes in on Frederick, squirts away again. That puck is sitting in the crease, and Winnetka is able to backhand it to the point. Cleared back in deep by Lucen, behind the net. Warriors tried to center it on the backhand, not able to. In the other direction come the Yellow Jackets, taken right away though. And that's going to be, is that going to be an icing? It's not, it is going to be an icing. So it went under the skates of Reed Mitchell as he was coming in on the line change. And we'll have a face-off to the right of Dylan Gross with 8:50 left in the first period, 1-1. 15 seconds into the first period, Austin Gertz. And then just about a minute ago, Emerson Singer would get the equalizer. Puck is cleared out. Chasing for it is Firewagon. It's going to be another icing.
And I just want to let our viewers know, as you can probably see, we're level with the glass here. So you do see the stanchions here at the Crystal Ice House. So there used to be a platform here that gave us a little bit more of an elevated view, but that is not up and running, at least for this season as of yet. So maybe it was taken down by OSHA.
Shot in. Nice blocker save made by Gross. Off the stick of Rooney Gallivan.
But anyways, the point being, you're going to see the stanchion, and unfortunately to our right on the goaltender, it sometimes obscures.
Yep. We do the best we can with the tools we're given.
Right.
again, we appreciate the Crystal Ice House for accommodating us,
Absolutely,
getting us set up here. But yeah, sometimes this is what we can do.
Yeah, each rink is obviously different with vantage points, and this is, so this works. The good thing is, though, we are at center ice mostly, and
yeah, we're close to the rink, which is nice too. I like being this close down to the ice.
Yeah.
Puck eludes Carly Keppen. That gives Winnetka an opportunity to go on the offensive. That bouncing puck off the stick of Miles Richter, and Yellow Jackets able to work it out to center ice. Taking that wide, cutting it back in. On the backhand, opportunity shot off the stick of Nicholas Nordquist. Save made by Dylan Gross. Good opportunity for the Yellow Jackets there. Colton Bender walks in early as Kolbus hadn't cleared the zone yet. So Kolbus and Nordquist came down, and Nordquist was able to get the shot on, but Gross made the save.
It's fast paced to this game, Aaron. 12U, it's a gold tier 1 division, so
yeah, we were talking
high
about
skill level.
Talking about it when the kids came out. I was like, I certainly wasn't that big when I was 12.
Maybe I was, but
man,
not like the whole team.
Yeah, I weighed 135 pounds soaking wet when I went to college. So across the blue line with it is Austin Gertz, the goal scorer for the Yellow Jackets. Back to the point. That's Bender. The goal, and Bender. That puck had eyes.
Wow.
That beat Dylan Gross stick side high, and the Yellow Jackets retake the lead. It's 2-1.
I mean, he had so much loft on that one, and that came in with some high heat over the shoulder of Gross. And you got a 2-1 lead there for the Yellow Jackets of Crystal Lake. Firewagon.
And we talk about it, in most of our games, Eric, the idea of putting the puck on the net and good things will happen. But that's exactly what we saw there from Colton Bender. Just fired that wrist shot from the far point, and it was able to beat Dylan Gross glove side high. It's just a seeing eye puck that went through some traffic and found that top corner.
Yeah, we had previously noted about his skill, speed up ice on an earlier rush, but definitely shows that he has some volume on his shots.
William Carlson goes hard into the boards, loses the puck, bounces back up. It's Owen Farner now. It's it up ahead. On the stick of Gertz. Gertz into center ice. Stick checked from behind by Burke Harris. Gets across the blue line. The shot in. Save made by Gross, and he will cover up for the whistle with 6:20 left in the first period. 2-1. Yellow Jackets with the lead. And I talked to Eric in the pregame about how high-powered this Firewagon offense is. 39 goals in 8 games. So you do that quick math, that's about 5 goals a game, just under 5 goals a game. They have 2 here in the first half of this first period. So what we're seeing is not much of a surprise.
No, you're absolutely right. And I would imagine we're going to see a few more fireworks in this one.
A few more fireworks from the Yellow Jackets. Well, there's a turnover, though. That's Graham Heaton walking in. Shot save made by the goaltender, Frederick, and it went over the net. I don't think Ruby saw that one after the save was made. We got a player down on the ice for Winnetka. Knee to knee. Looks like that's Emerson Singer, number 57.
He's definitely in some distress there.
Yeah, if you've ever gone knee to knee with somebody, it doesn't feel good. He's sitting on his knees, bending over at the waist.
Now he's back down, kind of hunched over.
Coach/trainer talking to him. 5:49 left to go here in the first period. Firewagon with a 2-1 lead. This is game number 2 of the NIHL Game of the Week here, powered by Stream Sports Midwest. Seems to be doing okay, but yeah, I don't know if you've ever knocked knees with somebody, that's some severe pain. He's up on his skates. He's making his way over to the bench under his own power, which is good to see. Gets a nice hand from the fans here in attendance at the Crystal Ice House.
I think it might be a little bit more than the knee as well there, and he seems to be hunched over. Yeah.
Maybe got the wind knocked out of him. I mean, that takes a second as well to recover from. Face off to the left now of Ruby Frederick as we are ready to go. Draws one by Winnetka, but the Yellow Jackets gain control of it, clear it out to center ice. Potential 2-on-1 if they can gain control of the puck. Walking across the blue line with it is Sajak. Sajak whistles the shot in. Save made by Gross. Nice blocker save by Gross. Back to the point. It gets underneath Sajak and out to center ice. Good forecheck by Burke. Harris forces the play back into the Yellow Jacket zone. Harris loses an edge. Puck down low. Harris has to kick it forward. Winnetka backhands it towards the crease. Flipped forward. Winnetka tries to get the puck towards the net. High slot area. And the Yellow Jackets will come out with it. That's number 63, Kolbus. Matthew Kolbus takes it wide. In on the backhand. Centers it. Nobody there. Back to the point to Reed Mitchell. Mitchell tries to hit his D partner. He can't. Winnetka plays the puck forward onto the stick of William Grady. Grady walks in just out of the reach of Grady. The puck goes wide. Stays out of the net. No whistle, no penalty. As that puck sort of bounced away. And a couple players went to the ice. And that'll be an icing call on Firewagon. 4:39 left in the first period. Firewagon with a 2-1 lead here. A goal 15 seconds into the first period by Austin Gertz, excuse me. Emerson Singer for Winnetka would tie it. And then about 2 minutes ago, Colton Bender would give Firewagon the lead with a seeing eye shot from the point that went over the glove of Dylan Gross. Out to center ice. Winnetka literally right in front of us. They battle for it. And the puck is in offside. So the faceoff will come right in front of Eric and I, about 15 feet in front of us. That'll be Kyle Murphy on the draw against Emerson Singer. It was won by Murphy. Nordquist dumps it in as Firewagon goes to chase. They don't know where the puck is. The backhand by Kyle Murphy. The rebound is put in. Wow, that was unfortunate if you are a fan of Winnetka, as Nicholas Nordquist gets that puck in with 4:19 left in the first period, and it's 3-1. So that puck took a funny bounce off the backboards, and Kyle Murphy threw the backhand towards the net, put his hands up in the air like he had a goal. Put his arms up like he had a goal. It found the stick of Nicholas Nordquist, and Nordquist didn't miss. Nobody knew where that puck was after Murphy backhanded it off that far post. But heady play by Nordquist to tap it in to give Firewagon a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, if you're the Warriors here now, you don't want to get down too much. You already know you're dealing with a high-powered offense.
Another opportunity here, right out in front. Shot, save, rebound, shot in by Carly Keppen. And I don't know if that second shot made it in or not. Puck is kept in at the point by Farner. Up along the near half boards. Kept in again right at the blue line. Nicely by Farner. Now, a couple of good pinches by number 71, Owen Farner. This time it gets out, though, 2-on-1. Here comes Emerson Singer. Singer walks in on the backhand. Puts it towards the goal. It's deflected behind Frederick, behind the net, and the Yellow Jackets will come out with it. Cross-ice pass up ahead to Murphy. Kyle Murphy walks in. Murphy goes low. Murphy on the forehand. Murphy walks in. Shot, rips it. Glove side high. 4-1 Firewagon.
Well, you weren't kidding about this offense, Aaron. They just, as soon as they're in transition, they are a threat. And here we are with a 4-1 lead. Still with 3:30 to go in the first period.
Yeah, that was a missile by number 19, Kyle Murphy. He picked glove side high and did not miss to give his team a 4-1 lead. We saw this in the first game that we did today as well, Eric. That game was 5-1 at the end of the first period. So we'll see what Firewagon has in store here for the final 3:30 of this first period. That's Carly Keppen. Throws the puck around to the far side. Murphy is on it for Firewagon. Has the puck down low. Centers it. Tries to center it for Keppen. Back to the point. That does come out of the zone. And cleared back in by Bender offsides. The faceoff will come in the neutral zone with 3:09 left to go in the first period. 4-1. Firewagon with an early lead. High-powered offense. 39 goals in 8 games. Give them 43 goals in 8 1/3 games now.
More math. They said there wouldn't be math.
I'm not figuring out what that goals per game is. That's easy math. The other direction, here comes Firewagon again. That's Gertz, who has one of the goals. He scored 15 seconds into this match. Winnetka gets the puck out to the neutral zone. Kolbas finds Gallivan. Cross ice. Reed Mitchell puts it forward. Mitchell gets it back on his stick, trips over the red line. Winnetka comes the other direction with it. Cleared in by the Warriors. Giving chase. William Carlson, he's the first one on it behind the net, has the puck behind the net. A couple of players go down in the slot. Carlson below the red line, doing some good stick work, managing that puck back to the point. Shot in from the point, save made by Frederick off the stick of Andrew Lobbs. But, you know, nice. That's what you want to do if you're Winnetka, Eric, is put that puck towards the net, and Lobbs was able to get that one in on net.
Yeah, you definitely have to. You want to put Frederick on the defense here. You know, most of the shots have been obviously to our left. So get pucks on net. Good things can happen. They get players to the net, too.
Yep. Mike Farner checking in with hashtag Fear the Sting. I like it. Is a very, very, very good offensive team here in Crystal Lake. Puck sitting in center ice. It's dumped in by Winnetka. White and yellow are going to be the first ones on it behind the net. Centering feed, dangerous feed, but found the stick of Matthew Kolbas. Kolbas out to center ice. Good back check by the Warriors. Take it away from him. Shot into the glove of Dylan Gross. As that one deflected up into the air, and Gross gloved it down for a whistle. Minute 50 left now in the first period. 4-1. Firewagon with the lead.
High-octane first period, and an offensive zone draw for the Yellow Jackets. So let's see what they have up their sleeve.
Back to the point. Backhanded deep by Farner in on goal. Blocked by the official, but it looked like Gross was able to knock that into the corner. Here comes Graham Heaton, takes it wide, puts the shot that will go wide of the near post. Tapped around by Harry Wintringer. Back to the point, shot in into the near corner. Winnetka has control of it there. That's Heaton. Heaton battling. Won by the Warriors behind the net. Emerson Singer down there. Good to see. Back to the point, shot in. Backhand. Tried the little kind of pirouette backhand towards the net, but it ended up going behind the net, and this gives the Yellow Jackets an opportunity here on the stick of Wintrigger. Wintrigger can't get the shot off. The second opportunity goes wide. Another shot, this one behind the net, and the Warriors now tap it forward. Wintrigger puts it back in, loses an edge. That gives the Warriors a chance. There's 7 players along the far boards and really nobody here on the near side. Warriors bang it off the boards and out. That's Heaton again. Graham Heaton, number 1. Good stick work by the Yellow Jackets to come the other way. That's Bender. We've called his name a few times. Bender skates through some traffic. Bender in, shot, score. Wow. Colton Bender showing the defensive skill down here to our right with the stick check, and then all the way to our left. He roofs that one, his second goal of the game, and it's 5-1.
Yeah. Coast-to-coast roll there from Bender, and we talked about him in his first goal. He potted that one high as well. He had that shot from the point, and just a lot of velocity on it. Same one there.
5-1, Firewagon with the lead across the blue line again. Carly Keppen as Firewagon looks for more. Winnetka now able to throw it into space, and it's going to have enough to get down for icing, unfortunately for Winnetka, as London Pakras not quite quick enough to get there to play that puck. So just under 6 seconds left, 5-1. Not enough time for the draw, offensive zone draw, and maybe a shot for Firewagon.
Yeah, I'll try and get the defense pairing in the shot here. That could be in play.
Face off to the left. Dylan Gross. Matthew Kolbas on the draw for Firewagon. Won by Winnetka, though. 2-1, and that will do it for the first period. And we talked about the offense of Firewagon, and they came to play here today. 5 first-period goals. They'll go to the second, up 5-1.
Yeah, it's a healthy start there for the Yellow Jackets. 5-1 lead over the Warriors. It was a 1-1 game there for a little bit. Yellow Jackets got on the board, as you said, Aaron, 15 seconds in. The Warriors tied it up couple minutes later, and 5-1 is our score now.
All NIHL teams are playing their regular season games. Each team is working to collect the points that will help them earn a place in the league's end-of-season tournament. Keep your eye on the NIHL.info website and the NIHL Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages for upcoming broadcasts of NIHL games. Our next broadcast will be Tuesday night when the Kenosha Comets come south to take on the Joliet Jaguars in a Pee Wee matchup at 8:30 at the Inwood Recreation Center in Joliet. Tune in on the NIHL Facebook page. I believe I'm going to be doing that one solo, right?
Which day is that?
That's Tuesday night.
Yes.
I will be running
correct.
that game solo down in Joliet. It's a fun place to call a game. They got that elevated perch in Joliet, which we love. So looking forward to doing that game on Tuesday. The Chicago Blackhawks are proud to sponsor the Northern Illinois Hockey League. Hawks fans, be sure to catch these upcoming games tonight. Once you're done with football, 6:30 p.m., the Blackhawks take on the New York Rangers. Then Wednesday the 21st, they welcome the Nashville Predators into town. And Friday the 23rd, the Columbus Blue Jackets visit the UC to take on Taves, Kane, and the rest of the Chicago Blackhawks. Don't miss the Chicago Blackhawks in action. We are about ready for second period action. First period, 5-goal explosion by the Firewagon, a 5-1 lead as we go to the second. Teams switch sides. That puck is backhanded in by Hudson Drescher for Winnetka. Winnetka has it behind the net now. Puck out in front. Back to the point. Kept in by Colin George, but Firewagon will take over there. Bashed back in, but off sides. So we're just underway here in the second period, 5-1. And this started right away, Eric. 15 seconds into the first period, Austin Gertz, first shot of the game, was able to beat Dylan Gross. And Winnetka was able to tie it about a minute and a half later, Emerson Singer, but then 4 goals in the final 7 minutes of the first period will give the Yellow Jackets a 5-1 lead. Here comes Keppen. Shot put towards the goal, deflected, and Winnetka will skate out with it.
Do we know why we're getting all these center ice draws for offsides and icing?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
Or for offsides, at least.
I don't know. Here's a breakaway opportunity for Nordquist. Nicholas Nordquist in, tries the spinorama when he probably would have been better served just feeding that puck cross ice.
Right.
Tried something a little fancy with his team up 4, and it didn't work. Cleared in as far as the Yellow Jacket bench. Dumped back out by Winnetka, though. That's Bender. Been one of the best players on the ice so far. Nordquist dumps it in deep. Back forward is Jack Lucen. Lucen up ahead. Gurian, Andrew Gurian. Across the red line, gains the blue line, has it sticked away from him. And here comes Kyle Murphy with a head of speed. Murphy walks in, Murphy shot. And I think he whiffed on it, actually, Eric. And into the corner. Murphy has it behind the net now. Shot from a bad angle, save made by Gross, and Dylan will cover up for a whistle.
Yeah, I think you're right. There might have been a whiff on that. We'll see.
Faceoff's going to come to the right of Dylan Gross with 10:15 left in the middle period. 5-1, Yellow Jackets with the lead. A Firewagon win today will vault them into a tie for first place with Winter Club. With one game in hand, Winter Club 6-1-3 for their 15 points on the season. Firewagon 6-1-1 for 13 points. So shot in, Gross makes another save. So Firewagon will move into a virtual tie, but they will have a game in hand on Winter Club. Both teams will have 15 points. If Winnetka is able to come back and win this one, they will move into a tie with Firewagon as 2 points separates those two teams, although Winnetka has the benefit of playing 3 additional games so far in the regular season. This is Winnetka's 12th game. This is Firewagon's 9th. Firewagon has it backhanded in, tries the wraparound. Second attempt, third attempt. Puck squirts out. Murphy back to the point. Kept in nicely there by Reed Mitchell. Back to the point, knocked away. Potential 2-on-1 for Winnetka if they can hurry. That's William Grady. He centers it. Shot in. Save made by Frederick. Rebound through the slot. Comes out the other side. Best opportunity in a while for Winnetka. And the save was made by Ruby Frederick. Puck is iced. Face-off will come back down to the left. So Frederick looked a little shaky in the first couple of minutes, Eric, with some rebounds and some not being able to control the puck. But really, since I'd say about the 3 or 4 minute mark of that first period, looked pretty solid.
Yeah, still a good idea, though. Put pucks on net. Now let's see if the Warriors can generate something after that offensive rush with an offensive zone draw.
Emerson Singer on the draw. It's good to see him back out there. He was the one who was injured earlier in the game. Appears to be no worse for wear. Behind the net, battle for it. Taken away by the Warriors. Back to the point on the stick of Lucen. Jack Lucen backhands it in deep. Knocked away, though. Out of the zone with it comes Bender. Colton Bender, 3-on-1, and he misplays it, and he puts his line mates in offsides. That was a potential 3-on-1 or 4-on-1 break if he was able to play that clearly.
Yeah, I think if I'm on the ice with Bender, I'd let him get in the zone first, and then
right,
then go from there. Okay, so now we are having a neutral zone draw, not at center ice. So
it's Colbus against, I believe, Burke Harris, number 8. Is that who's taking the draw? It is Burke Harris. Harris wins the draw. To Pockross. Pockross plays it forward, gets it back. Tries to play it into the offensive zone. He can't. Mitchell Sajak takes it away from him. It's in the offensive zone now for the Yellow Jackets. Down low, Colbus out into the slot. Shot hammered home by Harry Wintrigger, and that gives the Yellow Jackets 6 here in the second period.
Well, can't stop this offensive train that is the Yellow Jackets. They pot their 6th goal, and we still have just under 9 minutes remaining in the second period, Aaron.
Yeah, and Wintrigger, when I say he hammered that, he got all of that one, Eric. That was a hard slap shot from about 5 or 6 feet in front of the net, and it's 6-1 now.
Yeah, you're the Warriors now. It's just get one, right? Get one.
Yeah, we talked about this in the last game. Now it's about playing the game in 5-minute chunks. You don't look at the scoreboard anymore when you're down by this much. You play in chunks. Can we win this 5-minute chunk? And then go from there. Winnetka centers the puck. Warriors have an opportunity in the high slot area. That was Heaton, had the puck sticked away from him. Winnetka again in the slot and taken away. Here comes Wintrigger again.
Looks like Yermer Yager there.
It really does with the hair and the jersey. You're absolutely right. I love it. Not wearing the right number, but I love it. I like the comparison. Bender takes it away. Back in the neutral zone. Bender knocks down Drescher.
There's a little bit of an elbow there.
Bender walks in. Bender hits the post. Wintrigger shot. Beautiful right pad save this time by Gross. Wintrigger tried the same thing from the other side. This time Gross was able to get that right pad down. But you're right, Eric. A bit of a collision there from Colton Bender. Maybe they got that elbow a little high. No call.
Yeah.
This team up 5. Kept in at the point. Winnetka's able to get it out, and Bender will give chase.
That's one thing. We have not had a penalty as of this point.
We have not. Nordquist.
There's a hockey name.
That's right. Cleared up and into the Firewagon zone, but right onto the stick of Bender. Bender using that body against William Carlson to separate him from the puck. Thrown forward. Murphy doesn't know where it is, but they're able to stay on sides. Winnetka now in the center ice. That was Carlson playing against Murphy, taken away by Gurian. Andrew Gurian, he's knocked down, and there's going to be your first penalty.
There we go.
We saw it. Bender had a collision right here in front of us. Was able to get away with that one. So push the line a little bit further.
That's what I was gonna. That's exactly what I was gonna say, Aaron. It looks like he was trying to test to see what the limits are, and he just found out what that limit is.
Just found out what that line was. The faceoff should be.
Yeah.
They were about to put it. They were about to put it in the neutral zone, right outside of the Winnetka zone, when it should have been in the Firewagon defensive zone. So here's an opportunity for Winnetka. Maybe a man advantage for the next 2 minutes. Get this thing a little bit closer, and again, win the chunk, right? Win the 5-minute chunk here. If you're the Warriors, or in this case, just win the 2-minute chunk. Win this power play chunk. Up ahead to Murphy though. Murphy 1-on-3 with a ton of speed. Down low, feeds it back to Nordquist. Nordquist has it down low. Nordquist stick handles out in front. Gets it back. Goes behind the net with it. one-man PK here.
Nice
Nicholas
job.
Nordquist, high slot area, knocked away. And Winnetka, there's a collision against the boards and no call here. That's another one that should have been, and now we have an injured player. Yeah, that's another one that probably should have been a penalty, Eric, as Nordquist took one of the Warriors into the boards hard. That was William Grady going into the boards. He bounced up. He's okay. Two officials are talking about it. But yeah, that probably should have been another penalty called on Firewagon right there.
Yeah, I kind of agree with the fans here. It's like, you know, you have a chance for the stoppage of play to actually make the call and correct it. And
doesn't look like they're going to.
So, they're pulling. Okay, so the Winnetka coach is pulling their players towards the bench to have a conversation with the referees about what had taken place there on that hit. Again, you're not supposed to have – there's not checking here in the Pee Wee League. It says in Bantam, as the fans behind us noted. So, missed call. But they do have an opportunity to correct it if they wanted, but they're not.
And it doesn't look like they're going to correct it here. So, Winnetka's still just going to be a skater up for a minute 25 as Colton Bender is in the box right now. And if you're the officials, you need to be very, very aware of what's going on the ice now.
Yeah.
And not let it get out of hand.
No, you don't. You don't want anyone to get hurt. I mean, that's the whole point at this age group. That's why you have the rules as they are.
Right.
You know, they'll get to contact when you're talking about, ooh.
Shot save made by Gross as there's another collision at center ice. That was a nice save by Gross off the stick of Ole Holmgren. Down low, Winnetka has it as they look to get one back here, down 5. High slot area, shot in, save made by Frederick off the stick of Gurian. Whistle and a face-off. So Gurian found some space, taking that puck behind the net, high slot area, and Ruby Frederick up to the challenge there, making the save.
Now you got a chance for an offensive zone draw, something that the Warriors can use here, get their offensive generated or at least cycling, but win this draw is job one.
Win the draw, and that's going to be the job of Emerson Singer, number 57 in black and green. Not able to win it as Matthew Kolbus is able to get it. Back to the point, though. Winnetka does have it. Shot in, deflects wide of the net, behind the goal. Winnetka showing some life here on this power play. Shot just wide of the near post. Thrown into the slot. Back to the point. Kept in by Winnetka. Put towards the goal. Deflected in. Shot. Rebound. A couple of whacks at it along the near post. And Graham Heaton knocked down after the whistle. He's slow to get up.
Ooh, he's rolling right now.
Yeah. Got knocked down after the whistle, and this is what you're afraid of. This is what you're afraid of, Eric, that the officials aren't able to kind of maintain control of what's going on the ice, and you end up with an injured kid. Graham Heaton knocked down after the whistle, and it looks like there's going to be another penalty called here on Firewagon as Winnetka is going to be 2 skaters up for the next 31 seconds. That's Kolbus going to the box here. That hit after the whistle. Right, Eric? And this is what you're afraid of, Eric, right? When you don't make that call, or I mean, it's, you got to remember that they're officials and they make mistakes and it happens. But when you make a mistake and you allow kind of that aggression level to raise, you got to be aware of what's going on, and they need to be able to lock it down.
Right.
And they didn't lock it down, and this is what we see here is an injury to a Winnetka player, and he's up and he's being helped to the bench. Graham Heaton being helped over to the bench. And they actually took the penalty for number 63, Kolbus, off the board. It still looks like there's just one skater in the box for Firewagon. Oh, they put it back up on the board, so 2 skater advantage here for Winnetka for 31 seconds. And now it's off the board again. So
I'm not
entirely sure. Yeah, because there's only 3 skaters on the ice for Firewagon. Not entirely sure. There are 2 skaters in the box now for the Yellow Jackets, but there's only 1 penalty up on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they're still working on it over there. They had it up twice. They took it down twice, and now it's up there again. I don't know what the issue is. It's on. It's on.
There we go. It's on. Let's see if they can leave it up there this time. 5:22 left to go in the middle period. 6-1 Firewagon with the lead. They have a 2-skater advantage for 31 seconds. They win the draw behind the net. Nordquist tries to scale it up and out. He does get it out of the zone. Over to the far side. Winnetka takes it right back into the offensive zone. Murphy, though, collision in that far corner. Back to the point. 9 seconds left, and the Yellow Jackets will get 1 skater back. Puck stays in the zone. Near face-off dot. Nobody at the point, and that's going to force Winnetka to have to come back the other direction and regroup as the man on that far point went back to try to cover the man coming out of the box and missed the pass. Nordquist has it down low now. First penalty is up. Centering feed there, though, but Lennon Pokros. Pokros gets it up, but not out. Trickles into the near corner. Winnetka around the far side as they try to get something going here on this second man advantage that they have. Up into center ice, cleared in by Hudson Drescher behind the net. First one on, it's going to be Nordquist. Nordquist gets it out. And it's not going to be icing. It's patted into the corner by Dylan Gross. Nordquist has it, loses it, gets it back, walks in with it. Centering feed looking for Murphy and just mistimed that pass, and Winnetka comes out the other direction now. Colton Bender walks in. Bender at the faceoff dot. Bender shot goes wide. Winnetka. Stick work there by Bender, but Winnetka's able up into center ice now. That's Harris. Harris has it knocked away by Carly Keppen. Keppen's able to flip it out into center ice where Jack Lucen plays it for Winnetka. Played over to the near side. Hudson Drescher along the near half boards. Puck's knocked away by Firewagon out into the Winnetka zone now.
We're back at full strength now. It looks like there might have been a misconduct given as well for that penalty.
Yeah, because Colbus is still sitting in. I believe that's Colbus. You can't see his number from here, but I believe that's Colbus still sitting in the penalty box over there.
I'm going to get a nice zoom close up on this draw. Of course, the referee will be right there,
right in the way.
Tried.
Austin Gertz on the draw against Emerson Singer. Singer wins it forward, plays into the offensive zone. Nice job by Singer. Singer at that near faceoff dot takes it wide. He's hooked down. Penalty called here on Firewagon for the hook.
Well, as soon as I said there hadn't been a penalty in this game, Aaron, we're on to our third.
That's right. That's your fault.
Yes. Announcer's jinx.
Everything that's happened in the last 15 minutes is the fault of my partner, Eric Willowite.
Thank you. Well,
252.
Fall on the sword.
Yes, faceoff should be in the offensive zone. I don't know why it's in the neutral zone. Faceoff should be in the defensive zone. If there's a penalty called, it should be in the defensive zone, but it is not. They're having it in the neutral zone for some reason. And even the Yellow Jacket coaching staff is telling the players that you're in the wrong zone.
Oh, boy.
Oh, they dropped the puck in the neutral zone. That should have been an offensive zone draw for Winnetka, but it wasn't. So puck
I don't know if I like even the TV is telling you. I feel like that was a slight. Yeah.
Puck cleared back by Winnetka. Like if even the TV guys can see it, then yeah. Winnetka here with an opportunity though, 2-on-1 pass thrown down low, just out of the reach of Singer. Back to the point. Lucen has it, puts it towards the goal.
Ooh.
Shot attempt by Pockross. Misses his stick. Put towards the goal. Hits a skate in front, and out with it comes Bender. Colton Bender now into the offensive zone. A 1-on-3. Knocked away from him. Out to center ice. That's Carlson. William Carlson. Backhand to forehand. Carlson with some space. Walks in. Shot. Goes wide. Good stick work by the Yellow Jackets defense there. Puck up. Kept in. Not kept in at the point by Lucen. Knocked away from him. Plays it forward. Singer. Emerson Singer walks in. Takes it wide. His shot is deflected by Owen Farner. Behind the net. Backhanded towards the net from a bad angle. Back to the point. Lucen has it. Lucen unwinds and fires the shot. Sticked into the corner by Frederick. Another hit in the corner. Another penalty. Another injured Winnetka player.
I think that was Bender again, possibly.
That's going to be another rough.
Yeah.
And that's going to be Bender going to the box yet again. But this time, I think that was 57. I think that was Emerson Singer knocked down again.
Yeah,
he's had a rough afternoon, but this time he bounces right back up. And this will be another two-man advantage for Winnetka for 33 seconds. 33 seconds left on the penalty to Reed Mitchell, and then a 2-minute minor on Colton Bender for roughing.
And we have 3 players in the box now for the Yellow Jackets, as we still have the misconduct penalty that's being served there by Colbus, we believe.
Yeah, I haven't seen Colbus on the ice, so I have to assume that that's him down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So you can see the number now for the first time. That is 63.
Now, Aaron, we're kind of in the same situation we were with that first two-man advantage for the Warriors. And in that situation, Bender was off the ice with the first penalty. I'm trying to say, it's like you got one of the Yellow Jackets' better players off the ice, both defensively and offensively, trying to take advantage of it, especially with a two-man advantage.
Yeah, Murphy and Nordquist, the two forwards out there for the Yellow Jackets, Kyle Murphy and Nicholas Nordquist, 19 and 33, have both been very, very good here today.
Right.
And on that last PK, Nicholas Nordquist basically killed about 30 seconds on his own down in the attacking zone for Firewagon.
Right. So moral of the story is here, this team's much deeper than just one Mr. Bender, right? Yep. And we've seen that. They have a 6-1 lead, not for no reason.
Right. But if you're Winnetka, I mean, this is your second 5-on-3. This is an opportunity to get something done and try to make this thing a little bit closer before you go to the third.
Well, you need more people in front of the net with a two-man advantage.
Cleared to space, hard shot, blocked. And out with it comes Murphy. Murphy gets it up ahead to Sajak. Sajak just plays it over into space. Murphy puts it towards the goal, and Winnetka will skate out the other direction with it. That's Burke Harris, takes it wide. Harris back to the point, backhanded in by George, and Firewagon's able to clear it out, and that will do it on the first 30 seconds. That's 4 skaters on the ice now for Firewagon. 43 seconds left in the period.
There's still 3 skaters in the box.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what's going on here.
Yeah, Firewagon should have an extra player out there, but there's a shot and a score. Winnetka gets on the board, as that is William Grady getting on the board here with 34 seconds left in the period to get Winnetka just a little closer here at 6-2.
Again, not sure what happened there. The penalty had expired. There were still 3 players in the box.
Yeah, still 3 players in the box, still only 3 skaters on the ice for Firewagon when they should have had 4. And I'm not sure what the issue was. Maybe it was a double. I don't know. They do double minors. I don't know. But at any rate, Winnetka gets one closer. It's now 6-2.
Yeah. Yeah, they only have room for 2 penalties on each side.
Yeah, the game's been a bit of a mess here over the last 10 or 15 minutes, just in terms of some of the basic rules in terms of face-offs and where the puck should be and that sort of thing. But 4 seconds, 3 seconds, and shot towards the goal as the horn sounds. A couple players go to the ice, and that will do it for the second period. We go to the third with Firewagon up 6-2 in a, I don't know what you'd want to call it. It's been an aggressive game. It was a very physical second period, and we go to the third. Firewagon up 4.
Yeah, it's kind of, hopefully some of the chippiness and, hard hits, things like that, we kind of eliminate that and just have some up and down hockey. It was good for the Warriors to get that last goal there, Aaron, make it a 6-2 game. And like you said before, play it in chunks, play your next 5-minute chunks in that third period.
Chicago Blackhawks are proud to announce that Blackhawks High School Rivalry Series has entered its final month with 4 huge games featuring Fenwick versus Latin, Maine versus Wabansie, Chicago North versus Highland Park, and Stevenson versus St. Viator. To see games, dates, times, and details, visit blackhawks.com/HS Rivalry Series. I wanted to say HSR based on the way it's written, but that would sound weird.
I did the same thing in the first game, yeah.
HS Rivalry Series.
Yeah. Which I believe that's high school rivalry.
I would assume that's what the HS stands for, yes.
Yeah.
So we're headed to the third period here. 6-2, 12 minutes left. There's nothing up on the board in terms of penalties. We'll see what flushes out when it looks like we're going to be skating 5 to a side here starting the third period.
I think our misconduct, if that was a misconduct on Colbus, he's no longer in the box, so maybe we'll see him on the ice here.
He is. In fact, he took the opening draw.
Well, there you have it.
Winnetka down 4. Play at center ice here, taken away by Firewagon. Shot in, whistles wide. That was Bender again. Over the net. Gertz behind the goal. Gertz battling in that near corner. Back to the point. Shot in from Colbus and glove down by Gross. So we're being told by David Farner, and he would know better than we would. It says they aren't Firewagon, they're the Stingers.
Well, we were also told they're the Yellow Jackets, too.
Right.
So,
yeah. So there's
all I want is for them to declare
name,
what their name is and remove Firewagon, remove Yellow Jackets, and just call yourself the Stingers.
We'll go with the Stingers for the rest of the game. That's fine. I am totally okay with that.
Yeah.
Right now it's the Warriors, though, out in center ice. Puck is cleared in. That will be whistled down for an offside. Yeah, all the paperwork that we have says Firewagon, so that's what we go with. We only can work with the information we are provided.
I think maybe he can give us some history on the Firewagon name there, because their mascot logo is a yellow jacket.
Right.
And a yellow jacket has a stinger.
Right. Right. So are the younger ones called the Stingers? I don't know. It'd be interesting to know, because we were talking about this before the game. It's like the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim / Orange County. Like, you got like 6 different names.
Yeah.
Backhanded in, save made by Gross, and he covers up for a whistle. 1:02 into the third period here, 6-2.
We do know they're the home team, though.
The home team.
That much we know.
The home team in white with a
Yes.
6-2 lead here,
Yes.
a minute into period 3. Face-off will come to the right of Gross. And hopefully the third period will go off, without the physicality that we saw in the second period. They'll just play some clean hockey here over the final 12, and everybody can go home happy.
Yeah.
Battling for it. William Carlson plays it forward, knocked away from him. Sajak walks into the offensive zone, gets it over to Murphy. Murphy tries to get it back to Sajak. Miscommunication behind the net. Centering feed, shot in. That was Wintrigger again, and Harry loves that slap shot from up close. That's the 3rd or 4th time we've seen it from him, and that time the save was made.
Yeah, definitely, again, high skill level here, as you're seeing from
all right, so
the Stingers.
Here's our answer. So, yes, the younger teams are the Stingers, but we're also being told that they're the Yellow Jackets. So these are the Yellow Jackets, I guess. I'm just more confused now than I was when the game started. I'm going to start calling them the home team.
The Fire Stinger Jackets.
The team from Crystal Lake.
Right.
They are up 6-2 right now.
Right.
Winnetka with the lead. Winnetka has the puck. They throw it forward.
Short of center.
Icing. I appreciate those of you watching trying to give Eric and I an education, but neither of us are particularly bright.
Yeah,
so we're struggling.
I think someone's going to have to build a Wikipedia page so we can explain this.
Yeah, do that. That's somebody work on that for us.
Yeah.
But we appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate you working with Eric and I here and giving us the information to fill in those blanks. 6-2. Puck cleared up as Winnetka tries the slap shot again. Misses this time. Takes it down low.
Shoot him if you have him.
That's right. Stolen away by Winnetka. They come out with it into center ice. Take that one wide. Squirts away. I believe that was Pockross down low, 74. Kept in there at the point by William Carlson, and that skitters out to the neutral zone where the Warriors will start over. Stolen away. Sajak, though, not able to hold the line for Murphy to get onsides, and that will be whistled down for an offside.
Yeah, he tried. He slowed up there at the blue line, but then he pursued, and again, as you mentioned, Murphy just couldn't get off out of the zone in time.
Kolbas on the draw now for the Yellow Jackets. Wins it back to Farner. Owen Farner puts it forward. Carly Keppen has it now. She clears it down in deep, and Kolbas will give chase. That's Lusson, Jack Lucen down there for the Warriors battling for it. There's 5 skaters along the near half boards. The Warriors have it. Get it up to the blue line, and they are able to get it into center ice. Keppen looks like she took a bit of a slash. She shook that hand, lost control of the puck. Warriors now have it down low. Pass through, nobody there though but white jerseys. Yellow Jackets try to get it out of their zone. Nordquist can't. Kept in by the Warriors. Puck behind the net now. Cleared up. There's Keppen again. Carly Keppen now into center ice. Onto the stick of Kolbas and offsides. Nordquist just throws his hands up in the air as that pass went east to west rather than north and south, and Nicholas Nordquist went in ahead of the play.
Yeah, he tried extending that back leg on the blue line as long as he could until he almost did a split there.
Drag that back leg as long as you can, but he wasn't 12 feet tall, unfortunately. So
No.
Kolbas able to clear it in from his knees. Winnetka, though, comes right the other direction with it with some speed, but it's tipped away up off the glass. 3-on-1 the other direction now. That's Bender. Bender walks in, rips the shot. I think he missed it. I think it was another. No, actually, I think Gross made that save behind the net. Centering feed looking for Keppen. Back to the point. There's Nordquist, rips the wrist shot, hits a body in front, squirts wide of the near post. Comes up the near boards where it's kept in by Farner. Owen Farner throws it down in deep behind the net. Kolbas has it knocked away from him. Winnetka throws it up along the near boards, kept in again by Farner. Farner towards the goal, hits a body, bounces into that far corner where William Carlson will play it for the Warriors. He's pinned against the glass by Nordquist. Nordquist walks out with it. Nordquist tries to flip it in. Nothing doing into that near corner.
I think Gross might have got a nice poke check on that one and knock it off the stick.
Winnetka trying to skate the puck out of trouble. They can't. That's Nordquist again, walks in, puts the shot in. Gross makes another save. Back to the point once more, walking in with it. Bender tries to stick handle through the defense, has it down low. Bender has the puck still behind the net. There's a collision right into that far post. A couple players go down. We have a whistle of stoppage, and I believe Gross covered up that puck right at that far post.
I think so. The net came off the mooring there.
Yeah, 2 players bumped into it, knocked it off the mooring. So 7.5 minutes left to go in the third period. Okay, so confirmed these are the Yellow Jackets.
These are the Yellow Jackets.
Okay, so the Stingers are the younger team, which is
Gotcha.
what we were watching when we got here today. The game that was going on before this had the Stingers. So thank you very much, folks. We appreciate that. I now understand. So these are the Yellow Jackets, and these Yellow Jackets are winning 6-2 with 7.5 minutes left to go in the third period.
Although I think that Stingers group was not a NIHL organization team, so they had a shootout to decide their game before us.
Winnetka tries to just skate forward with it. They can't. Coming out the other way, Henry Wintrigger. Wintrigger takes it wide, down low with it. Wintrigger cross ice, looking for the one-timer on the stick of Kyle Murphy. It gets underneath Murphy, a little bit in deep on him, off the heel of his stick, and goes into the near corner. Winnetka behind the net. They play the puck off the far boards. Just trying to get it out of their zone. They aren't able to, That's Murphy. Murphy now on the backhand. Shot, save, rebound, kicked away. From the point, Gallivan shot goes over the net. Backhanded up and kept in at the point for the moment by Reed Mitchell. And Winnetka's finally able to work that one out into center ice. Here's Andrew Gurian. Gurian walks across the blue line with it. Takes it wide, loses it. Tipped forward. Kept in at the point nicely by Winnetka. Put in towards the goal. Save made by Ruby Frederick. That was Jag Lucen at that far point, keeping it in. Allowing Winnetka to set up their offense a little bit. Rooney Gallivan now puts it forward onto the stick of Murphy. Kyle Murphy takes it wide, one-on-one. He gets some help, and good defense by Andrew Gurian there. Pass forward, nice feet up ahead. Here comes Gurian down the far side. Gurian stops the face-off dot, fires the shot, whistles just wide of that near post.
Starting to see some life here from the Warriors, putting on a nice couple offensive rushes here and a nice defensive play previous to that.
Yeah, Andrew Gurian, number 94, kind of leading the charge on that last shift. Had a couple of nice opportunities for the Warriors, but stays 6-2. All right, here we go. Firewagon is the name of the organization, so it is used as the official name. Stingers is the Mite team, AAU, and the Yellow Jackets are the Squirt and Midget. Firewagon is confusing. Yes, Kellyanne, Firewagon is confusing. But
okay, I like that explanation.
We like that explanation. So now we know Yellow Jackets. We're just going to stick with Yellow Jackets because that works. Winnetka again with a play in the offensive zone, taken away by the Yellow Jackets. Up into the skates, however, of Michael Sajak. He's able to get the puck into the offensive zone, works it down in deep, behind the net. Winnetka Warriors try to get it out. Pinned behind their own net here as we approach the 5-minute mark. Slung around the other direction. Warriors will try the near side. Kept in there by Farner again. Owen Farner's done a fantastic job pinching at that near post here all afternoon. Pass down up ahead. Emerson Singer's going to be the first one on it for Winnetka. It's hounded off the puck, knocked down behind the net. No call. At the point, kept in there by Miles Richter. Richter able to keep the puck in again. But all this play along the outside, no real danger opportunities for Winnetka. Back to the point, Richter has it. Fires off the hard slap shot, hits a body. I don't think it made it through to Frederick.
Good effort. Problem was there weren't any numbers there in black jerseys to kind of screen that shot.
Sajak now for the Yellow Jackets. High slot area, shot in, save made. Puck bounces down in front of Dylan Gross, and he covers up. That was Matthew Kolbus. Got into the high slot area, got off a good shot. Gross able to make the save. So we're at about 4 minutes. It's 6-2. Winnetka with the lead. Or excuse me, Yellow Jackets with the lead. This was 5-1 at the end of the first period as Yellow Jackets got on the board 15 seconds into the game. Austin Gertz, a couple of goals here by Colton Bender. Second period goals by Harry Wintrigger. And William Grady would make it 6-2, and it stayed 6-2 here in the third. So much like in that first game, Eric, we had one team jump out to a really big lead, but the second and third periods were played pretty evenly on the scoreboard. Warriors now.
Kind of duplicated that, you're right.
Yep. I think that game exactly the same thing. I think it was 4-1 in that one after the first period. This one was 5, and offsides whistled down. At first glance, it didn't look like Lennon Pokros went in offsides, but whistled down as Gurian and Pokros were trying to get something going offensively for Winnetka.
I want to go back to the whole Firewagon conversation. They talked about the Stingers name for the Mite team. So NIHL used to have a Mite level. They no longer have that. So that kind of makes sense then that we saw a different association for the Mite in the game that we saw before this one.
Different rule set.
Right.
Battle right in front of us. Couldn't be any closer to us.
No.
They're about 6 feet in front of us right now. That's right up in the action for you.
Actually got your beanie or toque, as they might say in Canada.
Yeah, it's missing the ball on top. It fell off over the time. That shot goes wide of the near post behind the net. Kyle Murphy.
There's a Fanatic site you can go to, Aaron, if you want a
I
replacement.
like this. I like this one. I don't need a replacement ball on the top of my toque. I'm good. Cleared down in deep. Rooney Gallivan has it for the Yellow Jackets. Pass is stolen away.
Ooh.
Centering feed. And that's covered up by Ruby Frederick at that far post.
We got 2:48 remaining, so time for the Winnetka fans to chime in on the stream and give us the history of the Warriors nickname for the team there.
That's right. Yeah. We got some time, but it clears it up. I mean, we get a lot of, we've had this conversation about this organization and,
right.
Whether they're called Firewagon or whether they're called Yellow Jackets or whether we call them Crystal Lake or whatever we call them, but at least now we know.
Right.
Puck played out of the zone. Winnetka has it, and they're able to get it out to center ice. Clear it in. Chasing for it's William Carlson. He's fended off by Owen Farner. Along the near half board, 6 skaters, 3 to a side. It's taken away. Walking out with it, it's Matthew Kolbus. Kolbus takes it wide. Kolbus, nice little toe drag, walks in, shot, and
he scored.
Yeah, it beat. Yeah, that shot beat Dylan Gross over the left shoulder and into the back of the net. And Matthew Kolbus able to get on the board here with 2:12 left to go here in the third period. It's 7-2.
Yeah, it's quite the pairing they have on that back line there. Actually, he's at center. I've seen him at the point as well.
Yeah, your best players play wherever your best players play, I guess. So we're at the 2-minute mark here. Firewagon with a 7-2 lead. Winnetka has the puck knocked away. They have to go back and give chase. Jack Lewson behind the net gets the puck up, and they are able to work it out into center ice. Winnetka across the blue line, collision there. Bender knocks down a black jersey right at the blue line. Emerson Singer's had a difficult game from a physical perspective. He's been knocked to the ice on a couple of occasions.
I don't know what happened there. They're calling a trip.
And they're calling a trip on Colton Bender as Emerson Singer goes down again. He's had a tough game. Kid's going to need some ice when he gets home. Bender back to the box. He has a couple of goals. He's been in the penalty box, I think, 3 times here today as well. So,
yeah. So not looking for the Gordie Howe hat trick. So
yeah, no Gordie Howe hat tricks here at 12U. No.
Yes, please.
Face off to the right of Ruby Frederick. It's 7-2. Yellow Jackets with the lead. With this supposed win, or what looks like it's going to be a win for the Yellow Jackets, they'll move into a first-place tie with Winter Club. There's an opportunity, though, for Winnetka. Save made by Frederick. You hear that stick on the pad. Tries the wraparound, couple of whacks at it right at that far post. Again, another shot, and that one is in. So there you go. The Winnetka Warriors battle away there on this power play, and that is number 74. That's Lennon Pocross. Gets the power play goal here with 1:09 left, and you like to see that, Eric. Battle till the very end. 7-3. Yellow Jackets with the lead.
Yeah, only 18 seconds into the power play, so you keep the puck inside the zone. You work it around, and you had numbers in front of the net that time. That's something that they haven't had a whole lot of. That time they did.
Numbers in front of the net, they just kept hacking at it. I mean, there was 4 or 5 opportunities right at that far post. Here's another opportunity. Shot, save, rebound, and the save is made by Frederick. So, unfortunately, it's a little too late here for Winnetka, but putting some pressure on here in the final couple of minutes.
Yeah, still something positive to build on. This is probably the last game before the holidays for both these teams. So, you want to go out on a good note here, even if you're going to lose the game. You feel good about things.
Yep, go strong for the final couple of minutes as they do finally pick up that power play goal. They've had quite a few power play opportunities, but that one, as player knocked down there, Winnetka tries to keep the offensive play in the zone they can. High slot area, and the Yellow Jackets will skate out with it. That's Murphy.
Well, he's tough on the puck.
Yeah, he really is. Kyle Murphy kept in at the point by Gallivan as we're down under 20 seconds. Wind trigger now down low. Behind the net on the backhand. Flips it into the crease, and Gross covers up with 7 seconds left. So we'll have enough time for a puck drop. And that will do it here. We got one more game before the Christmas break. That'll be Tuesday night down in Joliet. I will be bringing you that game solo. My partner, Eric, will be otherwise indisposed. The Kenosha Comets coming down from up north. That's a haul, man. Kenosha down to Joliet for a hockey game on a Tuesday night before Christmas.
Yeah, that's no fair.
Yeah, that's a haul. These kids are going to sleep well in the cars on the way home, and they're just going to let the clock run out here, as that will do it. So that's sort of a, I don't know. I guess that's an appropriate ending to the way this game kind of went with a whistle perspective, as it had some questionable calls. But they were able to kind of gain control over kind of what happened in that second period, not let it escalate in the third. But the final score here from Crystal Lake is the Yellow Jackets 7, the Winnetka Warriors 3. So, yeah, we talked about this Firewagon offense before the game, and it is definitely a wagon.
It is, and it's on fire. And, a whole lot of skill level on that team, a lot of size on that team, too. Some of their best players. Seeing what you're getting out of Bender there, Colbus. I like what I saw from Murphy as well.
Yep.
It's just like up and down that lineup. It's pretty strong. Warriors still tallied 3 goals, so they were able to get some offense generated here. But, just Yellow Jackets, just too much.
Yeah, too much offense by the Yellow Jackets, especially in that first period. Once again, your final score here from Crystal Lake, the Yellow Jackets 7, the Winnetka Warriors 3. I will be back on Tuesday night from Joliet, Kenosha Comets and the Joliet Jaguars. For my partner, Eric Willowhite, my name is Aaron Schellen. Thank you to those of you who watched and helped clear some things up for Eric and I. We'll talk to you on Tuesday night, everybody. Have a great rest of your Sunday.